Hey, Walter here. We usually talk about naked Forex. I'm going to talk about something a little bit different today. And I want to tell you this quick story. When I was a kid, there was probably the naughtiest kid in our neighborhood was named Butch. And Butch, his parents were a bit wild. I think they were, like motorcycle enthusiasts and maybe in one of those motorcycle gangs or whatever. Anyway, I got to talking to his mom one day. I think it was the only time I ever actually talked to them. And she was explaining to me that the generations change. And she said, every generation changes. Like, you guys are hoodlums and we're rebels. So she explained to me that her generation was a bunch of rebels and that the following generation, us, we were hoodlums, and that our kids would be rebels. And she explained to us, and I thought, it's interesting, And when you get into psychology, you can see a lot of times, and you probably have experienced this yourself, where there are certain things that your parents do, and you just think, I'm never going to do that, or I'm going to do the opposite, or whatever. And sometimes that happens. That happens quite often, actually, where you kind of are going against the grain. And in a way, that's really what she was saying. She was saying that you basically, depending on how you grow up, you usually kind of go the other way. And I think that's why sometimes it seems like we get along really well with the grandparents. When you skip a generation, I don't know, it's all hypothetical, but it is true, though, that you will see children go kind of against the grain with the way that their parents approach things. And with this chart right here, it's a bit similar because this is actually, as you can see here, this is a MACD down here, and I've drawn a line here which connects this high here, this peak high on the MACD, to this peak over here. We were looking at this a while ago, about a month ago, and I said, look, this looks like, because you had lower price here and a higher price peak here, but you actually had a lower price peak on the MACD, that's divergence, and the market's likely to fall here. And that's exactly what happened. It did fall down. The good news is, though, you didn't actually need to have, because you can use the candle formations here to show you the same story. And I'll show you what I mean by this. One of my most interesting setups, because it's so simple, is what I call the bend trade. And what a bend looks like is you see the market get to an area of support and resistance, and then what happens is it bends away from a really sharp one like this, or this is a really good one right here where it hit that level and it bend. And what you do is you just put your sell stop below the low of a bearish bend. We actually don't need that MACD now. Or if it's a buy, if you get a big bullish bounce, you get your buy stop above it. So this actually that could be one. I mean, you don't see the tail on your line chart, but your line chart actually sometimes simplifies things. So you would put, in this case, on this bullish one, assuming that we had support here, let's say that we did. I don't know that we do, but let's say we had support here. You would put your buy stop above the high here. And ideally, it happens on support and resistance, and you get a really lovely candle that closes really hard. And it's a great way to actually trade double tops, double bottoms, or even just where you see the market extended and you think, you know what, it could be the end of the trend here. So it's a great way to do that. So hopefully this helps. You can join the Learn About the Small Account Big Profits course, where we're building up a small account rather quickly. I can show you what it looks like, actually. So the way that we trade in this course is we're taking a $1,000 account, over 300 trades, trying to work it up to 100 grand. And the way it works is you see these extended losing streaks, and then the market hops, then the equity curve hops up. Losing streak, and then it hops up. Right now we're in a losing streak, but there's several trades that are, we're holding profit on, or it's got open profit. They haven't closed out yet. And when they do, when these trades close out, obviously it's going to hop up again. So that's basically how it works. You learn all about that in the link below this video. It'll show you what the course is all about. So I wish you happy trading. I will see you in the next video. And we'll probably get back to talking about naked trading, I'd say. Happy trading. See you soon.